Hey guys, welcome to SourceFED. I'm Joe Beretta. The Ebola virus. What is it? Well, I'll tell you what it is. It's dominating the headlines because of the current outbreak in Africa. It's a really big deal, and it's only getting bigger. It's now classified as the worst Ebola outbreak on record. So, let's talk about Ebola. First off, what is Ebola? Well, it's one of the deadliest viruses on the planet. It's not transmitted through the air, thank God, but it is through the blood and body fluids of the infected, as well as infected animals. Once contracted, it simmers in the body for up to 21 days unnoticed before it unleashes hell on you. Early symptoms range from muscle fatigue and fever to sore throats and headaches, and fun extras like vomiting and diarrhea might also hit unexpectedly. At this point, most people would be like, oh, I just caught a bug. I'll be back to work in a jiff. But the next thing that bug does to you is destroy you. The next phase is the bleeding phase. The virus ravages the immune system, and as the liver and kidneys fail, most experience internal and external bleeding out of places like the eyes, nose, mouth, gastrointestinal tract, and the genitals. There's no cure, and the mortality rate sits somewhere around 50 to 90%. There are also a variety of Ebola strains with different mortality rates. This outbreak strain is the Zaire strain, and Peter Piot, the man who discovered Ebola back in 1976, claims that this is the deadliest strain. He says 9 out of 10 will die, but so far, this time around, the Zaire strain mortality rate appears to be around 60%, with 932 deaths so far. So, yikes with a silver lining. The current African outbreak outbroke in Guinea, and the epicenter includes Liberia and Sierra Leone. It's also spread into Nigeria, where 2 people have died and 8 others are currently quarantined. A man in Saudi Arabia also just died today after visiting Sierra Leone for a business trip, marking the first death outside of Africa in this outbreak. 2 American aid workers were also infected while administering care in Liberia. They're now receiving an experimental serum called Z-MAP to help combat the virus. Now, no one really knows if the serum has actually improved their conditions. They're still very weak, but they are alive, and this has prompted Ebola specialists in Britain to demand that experimental drugs be offered to the African nations. So, while the World Health Organization is busy trying to decide if they should issue a global health emergency, they're also being called on to play a bigger role in getting these experimental treatments into Africa. In the meantime, this could end up being way worse than it really already is because of the way the world works these days. Travel is easy and fast, and people are constantly on the move. Because the virus incubates in the body without showing signs for a long period of time, it's no surprise that a man from Saudi Arabia can hop on a plane and get back to his home country before it starts to affect him. This is why many governments are now imposing travel restrictions to the afflicted countries. Unsafe burial practices are also a problem, with many people attending to bodies without properly disinfecting them. Dr. Tom Frieden, director of the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, said, "This is the biggest and most complex Ebola outbreak in history. It will take many months and it won't be easy, but Ebola can be stopped. We know what needs to be done." So, moving forward, the World Health Organization is detailing plans to better attack this outbreak head on, but in the meantime, others hope to combat the disease through careful isolation and treatment of the infected, quarantine, as well as the proper and careful disposal of bodies after the infected become the deceased. So, are you scared? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, if you could take the time to like the video and subscribe to the channel, I personally would appreciate it. My name's Joe Beretta. Thank you for watching SourceFED.